All right, so this is going to be week 5 of Latin and Greek roots. All right, so your first one is going to be the a or an, which means without or not. One word is atypical, meaning not typical. So if you look at this deer antlers, it's buck's antlers, they are not typical. They're kind of crazy looking. Um, Anonymous means you don't want anybody to know who you are. You're kind of not signing your name to anything. That happens a lot around Christmas where people give gifts and they don't want anybody to know who it's from. An anemia is where your blood is not right. You don't have as many blood cells. So this is normal blood cells, how they look underneath a microscope. And when you're anemic, you don't have as many, and you need more iron in your diet because iron will form the red blood cells. So when you're anemic, you don't have as many blood cells because you're low on iron. So anemia. Dec means 10, so the decade means 10 years. So if you like the 10 years in the 80s, the whole 80s decade, which was my favorite, that'd be the whole 1980s for the 10 years there. Decagon means 10-sided polygon, so 10-sided shape. And then a decapod, pod means foot, deca means 10, so it's an organism with 10 feet. You can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you got 5 on the other. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 on the other. So crabs and like crayfish and lobsters. Derma means skin. So a dermatologist is somebody. Dermatologist means studies. Derma means skin. So somebody who studies the skin, like this lady here. And you might go in for checkups to see how your skin's doing. Dermatitis is a little rash you get on your skin, like a little infection. You can get right on the skin there, and it turns red. Babies get that a lot, so you see it on their cheeks when they get all red. And dermal just means relating to skin. Could even be the layers of your skin. They'll say the dermal layers. So derma, skin. Another one is pachyderm. Derm again means skin. Pachy means thick. So thick-skinned animals, very large mammals with thick skin, especially like elephants here have thick skin, rhinos and hippos all have thick skin. So pachyderm just means in Latin thick-skinned mammals. Photo means light. So a photograph is just like a piece of paper that gets exposed to light and is very light sensitive. So it makes a measure. It writes down all the light sensitivity and it makes a photograph like a picture here. So photometer, a meter measures. So it measures the amount of light right here. And professional photographers will measure the light and adjust their cameras manually. Today's iPhones and all that stuff will just do it automatically for you. And then if you're photogenic, that means that that when you take a picture, it looks pretty good often. Models will look good often in that, but they know the tricks, and also their faces are very symmetrical. So when you look for the distance between their eyes, everything like that, when they smile, it all is very symmetrical, and that's great for photographs. And I am not photogenic. Cameras do not like me, but obviously there's people who are very photogenic, like this like girl. Port means to carry, and we talked about this already. If you get a porter, that's somebody who will carry your luggage around, like at the airport. And you pay them a little bit of money, they'll take it right for you, so you don't have to carry it. Portable means you can carry it, like we know from GEMS. Portable was one of the words that we know that it has to be able to wear it or carry it. The portfolio here is samples of your work you carry around with you. So if you're going for a job, even to get into colleges and stuff like that, now they'll ask for your portfolio. Some of the sample letters you might get from teachers all go in here, and you carry it around with you. And we talked about this one too. Portage means to take from one body of water to another. So if you're going from like a one river to a lake or another river, you got to get your canoe over. You can portage it over to the land, and carry it like that. That guy right there is usually to do it right over their back. And instruct means to build. So structure is something you built. Uh, Destruction means you're unbuilding it. So you can see like here is a nice building that they built, and then it probably got old or something was wrong, or they were updating it, and then they can implode it, which means it kind of, instead of going outwards, it goes inwards, and they can do a little destruction there of it. And sometimes they'll call it demolition. And then construct. If you construct something, you're building it back up. Here's a structure, construct, destruction. Now I'll put a couple of these little YouTube videos if you want. I'll put those on to some of the explosions there. It's only one. And then you can watch that. And then there'll be two links, one for spelling city, which is going to be some of the more important words to learn, and then one on Quizlet.